Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will learn about responsive web pages. Okay, the topic is how to make the responsive web pages. Okay, this is the topic. Let's start. Now, before proceeding with the example of responsive web pages, I would like to know that what is responsive web pages and what is the definition of responsive web pages. Okay, let's start. Now you can see responsive websites are those websites which adapt its layout according to the screen resolution. Okay, this is the basic line, or you can say definition of the responsive web pages. Responsive web pages, or you can say responsive websites, are those websites which adapt its layout according to the screen resolution. In short, you can say that they are compatible with every screen resolution. Okay, means they are compatible with every screen resolution, means they works on every screen resolution. Means if you want to open that particular website which is responsive, okay, in mobile, okay, thus the layout of the website will adapt its screen resolution. Okay, in simple term, they are also known as, also called mobile friendly. Okay, websites. They are also called mobile friendly websites. Okay, this is a basic definition of your responsive website. Means those websites which change its layout, adapt its layout according to the screen resolution. Means they are compatible with with every screen resolution which you set. Okay, and they are also called mobile friendly websites. Okay, now to make a responsive website, there are two different ways how you can make a responsive websites. Okay, two ways to make responsive websites. Okay, the first one is, you can say, you can use your media query in CSS 3.0. This is the first way, that in CSS you have to use media queries for this, okay, to make the site web page responsive. And the second way is using framework. Okay, using framework. This is the second method by which you can make your web page responsive. Now, if you use media queries in CSS, you have to learn about about media queries. If you talk about framework, okay, frameworks, there are so many frameworks available in the market. As per the requirement, you can choose or use any one of the framework which you prefer. The first one is, you can say, Bootstrap. Okay, and second one you can say is Skeleton. Okay, and the third one is W3 CSS. These are the three most popular frameworks available in the market to make responsive web pages. Okay, the most popular of these three one is Bootstrap. They all are called frameworks. Okay, Bootstrap, Skeleton, and W3 CSS. Okay, but in this video, I will start with the media queries. Okay, so that you should know that by which CSS property you can make your web page responsive. Okay, in this video, I am going to use this particular media query in CSS 3.0. Okay, this is the topic. Now, let's start the practical stuff of this particular responsive web pages. Now, you can see in my editor, I have written the structure of the HTML, and this is our topic, that is understanding media queries. Okay, I just put it over here within the body tag. Let it be within the head tag. I just place it over here. Okay, and just save it. Now, you can see whenever you want to make make use of media queries for the responsive web pages. For that, one tag is mandatory that you have to give always. Okay, before closing the head tag, just use a meta tag. Okay, meta name is equal to, just use the property value, that is viewport. Okay, what does viewport means? It's a screen. Viewport means screen. Meta name is equal to viewport. Content means what content you want to set. That is, I say width is equal to device width, comma, I say initial hyphen scale colon, that is 1.0, comma, and then I say user scalable is equal to, that is no. Okay. This is the properties sorry, I don't put column here, just put equal to. Okay. User scalable is equal to no. Okay, these are the properties which you have to give while making while making your media queries and in this your responsive web pages. Okay, before closing the head tag, just use meta name is equal to viewport, content is equal to device is equal to width device. Device width means your screen width, okay, and your device width. Device width, it can be any width, your mobile screen, your tablet screen, okay, your laptop screen, it can be any screen, okay, that will be equal. Initial scale equals to, that is 1.0, means your web page will always open in the 100% scale factor, okay, depending on your screen resolution. Okay, and user scalable is equal to no. Okay, you can put it over yes over here also. If you put over no over here, what does it mean? Means you cannot zoom that particular web page. Okay, that means your web page will open like an application, like an app. Okay, like an Android app. You can see you cannot zoom the page of an app. Okay, it means if you don't want that your web page will get zoomed, okay, just use this particular property, that is user scalable equals to no. Okay, means nobody will able to zoom that particular web page. Okay, if you put it yes, then you can easily zoom that particular page also. This is your requirement that you want to set user scalable as yes or no. Okay, I just put it over at as yes because I want to zoom it onto the mobile applications. Okay, now you can see I have just within the body tag I just placed this particular heading and just try to see this output. Right click and just click on the browser. You can see its preview onto any of the browser. Okay, just save it with the name of, I just save it with the name of media1.html within my folder, and this is output. Now I want to make this some effects with the help of media query. Now you can see before closing the head tag, just use a style tag. And you all know what is the use of style tag. Style means indication that we are going to use the internal CSS. Okay, now within the internal CSS, I just put some properties of the h1 tag. Let it be color, I want red. Okay, I say font family, let I say Comic Sans MS. These two properties I want to set. Okay, just try to save it and just try to see that preview. Now this is output. Now I want to implement some media queries. You can see in CSS 3.0 you can use CSS media queries for the screen and for the print as well. Means you can use media queries two different ways. The first method is I say @media only screen. Okay, @media only screen means whatever property I will set over here, okay, it will visible only onto the screen. Okay, what property I want to set for the which tag I want to set? Let me tag is h1 and I want to set the property that is let it be color is blue. Okay, and font family I say Forte, and I say text alignment I say center. These three property I want to set. Means whenever I refresh the page, okay, it means you are seeing that particular application's output on web page output onto the screen. Okay, so it means that property, these property will implement on that particular screen only. See, save it and just try to refresh it. Just see the output. You can see. Okay, now you can delete this particular property because I know I don't need this particular property now. I just want to remove this. Just delete it. Okay, now means I am watching this particular preview output onto the screen, then this property will be implemented, that is onto the screen. Okay, now I say @media only print. means whenever I want to get the printout, okay, whenever I want to get the print of this particular page, then what property I want to set? I want to set the H1 property as color will be green, okay, and font family let it be Comic Sans MS, and I say text alignment let it be right, okay. This property I want to set when I got its printout. Okay, now see, just to see this output, I just refresh it. Whenever you refresh it, it is displaying these properties, means these properties of screen properties. What? When I get its printout, when I get printout of this particular page, it will set to these particular properties. Now see, you all know how to get the printout of the web page. Just press Ctrl P, okay, or you can say right click and just click on the print, or you can say shortcut is Ctrl P, okay. When you click on on this particular option, you can see preview is there. You can see it's all changing. Preview is there. It's on the right side. Font is different, and you can say color is also different. Means whenever you see, whenever you want to get different properties, whenever you print it, okay, you can use this particular media query as print. This is for screen only. This is for print only. Now one more thing I want to set is @media only screen, comma print. Means I want to set some common properties for the screen as well as for print both. Here I say text let it be decoration as underline and overline. Both properties I want to set. Means whenever I see the preview onto the screen as well as onto the print, these one property text decoration as underline and overline will be common to both for the screen as well as for the print. Just try to save it and just try to refresh the page. You can see underline and overline is there, and just try to, and this is onto the screen, okay. Try to right click and just click on print. You can see at the time of printing, this property text decoration will be come as it is. Means this property will remain common, okay. So means in CSS, well, while using media queries, you can implement your media queries in two ways, one for screen and one for print, okay, and this is for common property. This is a very basic example of your using the media query, okay, and as I told you that media query is always used to make a web page responsive, okay. In my next video, okay, I will tell you the how to make a page responsive. This is a very basic thing. This is a very this is for you understanding that how to use the media queries, okay. To make a web page responsive, just please watch out my next video, okay. Thanks everyone. If you are liking my videos, please like, comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone.